Hello, fellow plane crazy enthusiasts. This is my USS Montana BB-67. I've worked three weeks on. I will be giving a quick tour and a little bit of a tutorial and breakdown on how I made every little detail on this ship. So that way, hopefully, the person watching this, whoever watches this, will have a better understanding on how to make ships like this, as it's definitely not easy at all. These are the main battery, Mark 7 16/50 caliber guns. They have rockets and things like that. They turn, they move. They have sounds in it as well for rotating and firing. The little alarm as well plays. You also have the 20mm guns, anti-aircraft. These are a bit of a concern because they are pretty big, but they do look very nice though. I don't mind it. They do move as well. I will show you all of that once I'm done with the tour. You have the secondary batteries and stuff like that. They do move. They're in an awkward position because I just got done messing around with it. The anti-aircraft guns, 40mm, those also work as well. Just little bitty details like the windows and stuff like that. Do not know what these are called, but I think it's something for the secondary battery. More AA guns. The rangefinders and stuff like that moves as well. You got the AA directors, the radar. All this stuff is fully functional. And we go to the lower back of the ship. It's just more secondary battery. It's a very big ship. The Montana was never actually made. It's kind of just like a bigger brother of the USS Iowa class battleships. Those don't have 4 turrets like this one. These only have 3. But the reason why this was never made in real life was because of the high demand of carriers. I think it was projects like around the same time as the Iowa, but it just never came out because they needed more carriers for World War II. I got some more main battery back here, as well as some of the anti-aircraft guns on top, and a lot of anti-aircraft guns in the back over here, stuff like that. There was a catapult on this ship. I never built it because well, the angle lock on this said otherwise. It was very hard to get the catapult to fit while also not messing up the angle lock, so I just never made it. And then we go back on this side. It's the same exact thing, just more secondary battery and AA guns and stuff like that. All this stuff does move. I will show you everything. I'll show you how it moves and stuff like that once I get into the cab. It's very laggy. Although it's very nice looking, it's pretty annoying to move around because I can't even move because of how laggy it is. I think it's like 10,200 or no 10,700 blocks. Been working on this for like 3 days straight now. You can see the main battery turns and everything. They got sounds too. You can elevate to about a 17-degree angle. Rockets do work. It's very nice. I love the way it came out. The AA guns do work as well. If I press F8 on the keyboard thing, the AA guns and as well as the secondary battery move, as well as the rangefinder and the AA directors. The radar moves automatically though. I'm not toggling that or anything. But sometimes it messes up because it's so laggy. It just doesn't like to go. And then we have the other turrets in the back, the rear of the ship. Alright, now I'm gonna unload this and give you a quick tutorial on how I made this, because definitely took a while. Alrighty, with this fully unloaded, I will tell you how exactly I made every little detail on this ship. So, let's start off with the bow. As you can see, it's very, very smooth now because this ship is like 10,000 blocks I told you about earlier. So here we have the bow of the ship. We'll start with the motor lock here. This is just the angling for the because the way the ship is angled, it has like a little, I can't really describe it, but I can show you a picture of it. It's kind of like that. And so what, I'll tell you what this does. So the angle lock, this connects to here, which makes it angle, and once that happens, this is a motor lock, so that pushes it down. So once it's angled and motor locked, it has like a gap right here. I've noticed this in the early stages of the ship when I was first making it, so that's what these compressor blocks are here for. Those push it in so there's no gaps, that way it looks very nice. Same thing on this side. It's the same exact concept, and then this is just a motor lock to keep this from not, like, cause you can't like put this while also having this there, because it takes up room, so you have to like lock it so that way it fits. And then the front, this is where an angle locks as well, has the little motor lock and things like that. It's very nice. Just little details up here. Here are the main battery. This is kind of what it looks like. So a lot of this stuff is just it's very hard to know what you're looking at because it's just so much. So right here is a body, the turret. Right here are the barrels. I don't know what that is. I don't know what's that doing there. Here are the speakers and stuff for the noise. The barrels as well. They do elevate. So how I made this work was because you have the motors right here, and there's this block, this handy dandy block I did not know about at all. It's this one. It's kind of like a block, but it has that little gap you see like right here. And so I use that so that way it doesn't connect, so that way the barrels will actually move. You got the little rangefinder, and then these are the angle locks for the ladders to make it have that little detail where the ladders kind of like, you know, go like that. I'll show you a picture of what the actual turret looks like. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then there's the top of it, and then the same kind of angle lock is used here. So it's not very complex when you know, but when you first look at it, you're like, okay, this is beyond alien technology. And here are the AA guns. These are very nice as well. They do come with speakers. Originally I was gonna put guns on it, but they don't have enough. You only have like 10 guns per player, so you can't really put anything on there. Then here is the superstructure. Now this is what made me want to cry, because the amount of like trial and error this ship caused was absolutely insane. It was awful. Like every time you try and like make something, another problem would occur. So you would fix that problem, and then another problem would pop up, and then you had to fix that, and another problem. The cycle repeats, and it was very annoying. So I had to often take breaks because I was gonna break my monitor sometimes. And so here are the secondary battery. I'll go over that as well. These are compressors to pull in the barrels, and then you have a little motor lock, so that way it pushes it down, and the end result looks like how it was in the intro. Then up here we have the rangefinders. These also use motor lock as well as angling. These move perfectly fine as well. And then this is where you're like, okay, what am I looking at right now? So this is the upper superstructure. Right here is the smokestack. You see, because it has a limit to where you can't build outside the plot, and it barely fit. It did not fit at all, so I had to add motor locks. That way this connects to there. I know compressor blocks are the new motor lock nowadays, but I still like to use motor locks since it's a lot easier. And then here you got more secondary battery, and here are the AA guns. They're very easy to create. With this new half plate that Rick J added, it makes it a lot easier to make these move. I had a prototype which was a lot bigger, and it wasn't very compact like this one was, so I ended up using this version instead. And then just some more superstructure stuff. Here are the turrets, like I showed you at the front. I just like to use to show this one because it's a lot easier to see, and this one is just it's just so many blocks you don't really know what's going on. And then in the back of the ship you have more AA guns. And then in the back you have the fans and the rudder and things like that. If I had to say, the hardest thing about this entire build was the folding. I know most people don't really think it's that hard. I mean, it truly isn't. Just for this particular build, it's awful because you have to get it to the point where it works, but it doesn't lag or bug out the ship, because the way this works is it just makes it go down, but sometimes it messes up and it freaking sends you to the moon at Mach Jesus for some reason. I don't know why it does that. It's very annoying. But so as you can see, I fixed it. I added motor lock to it so that way it doesn't do that weird glitch thing. And then just more simple stuff like the ladders, these little windows and stuff. This stuff, I don't know what this is. I just saw it on the. I just used a model on Sketchfab made by the original creators for World of Warships. So I kind of looked over that and to help me kind of see what the Montana looks like so that way I can build it. Simple things like this. There were supposed to be AA guns here. I never put them there because there just wasn't enough room and it was gonna look really weird. Um, so it has a horn as well. This is the music ID and things like that in case you want to use it for yourself. And that's pretty much it for this video. So if you want me to go over some more stuff about this ship, let me know in the comments. I will be making another battleship guide on how to make the hull and the deck and things like that eventually. I don't know when it's going to come out. I'm not going to be posting videos daily. So we'll have to see when that comes out. But this is what I'm working on right now. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.